Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The Ukrainians conducted the most successful and the biggest drone attack on the Russian air bases so far, very far to the east, even more eastward than Moscow. I will show you a map and I will have about three articles on this development. That's one of the topics. Another topic is the Ukrainians allegedly used chemical weapons manufactured in the West. No surprise here, actually. And those are manufactured in two countries in the West. The Russians are still getting the information available. Do I think that chemical weapons were used? Yeah, I have no doubt. Both sides. No surprise here. Why? This is war. And the last article that I have here is coming from Ukrainska Pravda. The Ukrainians are destroying Russian drones unbelievably with a high rate of precision. So again, the Ukrainian air defense downed a number of drones from the number of drones launched by the Russians. So let's go to the first article and the first topic coming from Reuters. And here it is. This is from today, August 14th, 2024. Ukraine carries out largest drone attack yet on Russian air bases, Kiev source says. Is that accurate? This is what they report. And we have NASA to confirm. Because NASA is trustworthy. Ukraine has carried out its largest drone attack yet on 4 Russian military airfields. 4. A Ukrainian security source told Reuters on Wednesday. The attack was aimed at undermining Russia's ability to use warplanes for gliding bombs attacks, the Ukrainian security source added. This is the first article. We're going to go to one coming from the New Voice of Ukraine. Drone attack on Russian airfield, singular, threatens MiG-31K operations. The MiG-31 are used for Kinzhal hypersonic missiles launches. And whenever the MiG-31 takes off, NATO is in high alert because Kinzhal can carry nuclear warheads. The drone strike reportedly compromised Russian air defenses, making future fighter jet operations from, and I'm going to show you, Sevastopol difficult. I will show you the airbase location. The airbase defense appeared limited to a Zu-23-2 anti-aircraft gun and machine guns. NASA, there you go, images suggest the attack may have targeted fuel storage, potentially destroying T6 kerosene, a unique fuel critical for MiG-31s. Without this fuel, MiG-31 fighters could be limited to using standard RT kerosene, which prevents them from launching the Kh-47 Kinzhal missiles. Additionally, the lack of protective shelters for the aircraft leaves them vulnerable to future strikes. Earlier reports from Russian Telegram channels indicated that the airbase suffered about 10 hits. 10, further raising concerns about the operational capacity of the MiG-31K fighters based there. Sevastopol is located approximately 660 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. It is about 400 miles. I will show you. Read also, Ukrainian forces destroyed 1 Sukhoi-34 jet and damaged 2 more in Russia's Pop airfield. Let's see, this was yesterday or today, August 5. This is from August 5. They also say they destroyed Sukhoi-34 jet and damaged 2 more in Russia's Morozovsk airfield. All right, let's go to the next one, and this is from Ukrinform. 10 blasts reported at Russia's Sevastopol airfield. And this is the same explosion rang out Wednesday morning in Russia's Nizhny Novgorod region, where the Sevastopol military airfield is located. Local authorities reported, adding that air defenses were activated in the area. So, according to local sources, there were at least 10 impacts at the Savababa military air base on Wednesday. Traffic to the town of Kulebyaki, where the air base is located, has been blocked. It says here the air defense forces engage incoming drones in the Kulebyaki district. So let's see. Right there, this is from MENA FN. Fire at Russian Savasleika airbase detected by NASA satellites. And satellites of the system for detecting fires on the surface of the Earth recorded a fire in the area of Savasleika military airfield, which was attacked by drones last night. The fact of the explosion on the territory of the airbase is also confirmed by the geolocation of one of the eyewitnesses' videos, the Post says. So they geolocated the island. Okay, good for you. So here is supposedly where that occurred. So Savasleika is home to the, among other things, MiG-31 aircraft, Kinzhal missile carriers, and a branch of the 4th State Center for Aviation Personnel Training and Military. This just keeps jumping, and I will just probably leave it in a second. Testing and military testing for the Russian Defense Ministry. So let's see where these guys are located. Right here, this is Moscow. So this is Ukraine right here. Let's make it like this. So this is the border with Ukraine. This is Sumy Oblast and Chernihiv, and this is, how do you call it, Kursk Oblast is right here. So this is where this occurred. This is Moscow. So let's take a closer look of the airfield. That's pretty far, don't you think? That's a success story for the Ukrainians, and we have them here lined up. This is a MiG right here. I can tell you that. Or maybe no, that's a 31. It's a 31 by the. Yeah, 1 by 1. It's only 31s. I don't see anything else. But anyway, they say they destroyed this part here at the. Just look at this jumpy thing. So it's right here where they say they saw the fire. And that is in this area. This area right here. All right, so this is what they tell us, and we believe them. Okay, next one. Russia Today. Chemical weapons used by Ukraine likely of Western origin. Smoke munitions deployed by Kiev's troops are probably made in the US or Germany, a senior Russian general has said. I go by possibilities and probabilities. Possibility, 100%. Probability, I will give it 98%. And don't think that the Russians did not use anything and they're just clean as a whistle. Do I have evidence? Well, the other side cried all the time that they did it. It's not that I trust them, it's, knowing how the things are, looking at other wars, and they use anything to win. And they try to cover that so they don't have the, how do you call it, the world's opinion. Oh my God, these are the criminals, even though I think they both use whatever they have in order to win. All right, an investigation into a reported chemical weapons attack by Ukraine in Kursk region has found that the munitions used likely originated in the West, a senior Russian military official says. This, and I'm quoting, those were smoke munitions. The smoke-producing agent is typical for munitions used by the US and Germany in terms of explosion. It is based on hexachlorothene and zinc oxide, he told Papapap. And they say here, Russia officials have some unanswered questions regarding the additives used in the munitions, the general said, but we have time and we are not revealing those yet. And right here, and I'm going, this is important, and I'm going, there were cases in which toxins were used which could only have been synthesized in the US because no other nation's industry can produce them. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out who did it. And one reason why not of the main reasons, but one of the reasons why I think the Ukrainians could have been supplied with chemical weapons by the Americans, for instance, is because they supplied Saddam Hussein with chemical weapons when they fought Iran, when again Iran fought Iraq's invasion, instigated by the Western democracies with chemical weapons from the West. I think the British had something to do with that too. So when they tell you how bad Saddam Hussein was by gassing his own people, remember? That's gassing his own people. He gassed them with these guys' chemical weapons. Got that? All right. That he used against the Iranians, if I remember correctly. But that was, all right. If you know shit, you remember. Now, here, and the last topic, Ukrainska Pravda, Ukrainian air defense downs 17 out of 23 Russian attack drones overnight. Russian forces attacked Ukraine with 2 Kh-59, Kh-69 guided missiles and 23 Shahed attack drones on the night of 13-14 of August. And Ukrainian air defense managed to destroy 17 drones. And tomorrow we're going to find out that a few oblasts don't have electricity, like always, and water. As a result of the combat efforts, the mobile firing groups of the Ukrainian Defense Forces and aircraft, anti-aircraft missile units, and electronic warfare assets of the Air Force shot down 17 enemy UAVs in Mykolaiv, Cherkasy, Kirovohrad, Kiev, Zaporozhye, Sumy, Kharkiv, and Zhytomyr Oblast. Do we have a map here? Of course, we do have a map. So here you have Chernihiv, Sumy, Kharkiv, Poltava, Cherkasy, Kiev, Zhytomyr, this area right here. You got here Mykolaiv Oblast. So basically you're gonna hear, oh, we destroyed them, but nevertheless we're not gonna have electricity over there. And it says on the night of 13 or 14, the Air Force shot down 1 Russian Shahed drone in Mykolaiv Oblast, and the drone wreckage damaged 2 residential buildings. So why? Because those guys are criminals. It is reported that the Russian launched missiles from Russia's Belgorod Oblast and drones from the area of the Shauda training ground, Crimea, and the Russian cities of Yeisk and Kursk. So Belgorod, Yeisk, Kursk, and Shauda. Kursk, right? And then you got Belgorod, right? And then you got Cape Shauda, which is across from the Sea of Azov. Cape Shauda, so I'm sorry, it's right here, this area. And then you have, if I remember correctly, it's Shauda. And this is Primorsk, Yeisk. Primorsk-Akhtarsk is the same area, right here. Primorsko-Akhtarsk, right here. This is Yeisk. So this is area, and then Kursk, obviously, right here. All right, my friends, here it is. Chemical weapons, I think they both use it, and this is selective outrage over values when you close an eyes coming from your friends or the guys that you push to die for your interests, and your enemies that you want to destroy. When the enemies use it, obviously that's bad. When your buddies use it, well, I mean, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.